Regensburg, a city in southeastern Germany, which sits at the confluence of the Regen, Nab, and Danube rivers. It has a population of over 150,000 inhabitants, which makes it the fourth largest city in the state of Bavaria, after Munich, the capital, Nuremberg, and Augsburg. This area had settlements as far back as the Stone Age. And around 90 AD, Romans built a fort here. And given Regensburg's strategic location at the beginning of the Danube River, which flows all the way through Bavaria into Austria, into Slovakia, and into Hungary, this made Regensburg one of the Roman Empire's most important cities. The stone bridge that we're currently standing on was built between 1135 and 1146 and is a highlight of medieval bridge building. And it was used by the knights of the Second and Third Crusades, who used it to cross the Danube River on their way to the Holy Land. The bridge opened major international trade routes between Northern Europe and Venice. And this began Regensburg's golden age as a residence of wealthy trading families. So unlike Wurzburg, which we saw previously on the channel, Regensburg, although it was targeted during bombings in World War II, it was only specific military operations that were bombed, not the city in general itself. So the architecture, most of it, is actually quite old. Some of it very old. Few remnants of which dating back to Roman times. The city has nice cobblestone streets, and eclectic architecture which dates back from various periods. Currently looking at the city's town hall. The Dom Cathedral is an example of pure German Gothic and is regarded as the main work of Gothic architecture in Bavaria. Construction began in 1275 and was mostly completed in 1634, with the exception of the towers, which I've read were finished in 1869, but I guess are undergoing some type of renovation or addition. Porta Praetoria, remains of the Roman fortress walls, which once went around all the way around the city. This was the eastern gate to Regensburg. Today, Regensburg, instead of a wall surrounding the city, has a green belt. Which is made of many parks that surround the outer limits of the city. We're currently in Via Park, or Villa Park, which was once the garden grounds for a Bavarian king named Maximilian II in the 1850s. And here is the castle that he stayed in. And in the southern limits of the city's historic center, we have Schloss Emmeram Park, where one can see the Thurn and Taxi Palace, owned by the Thurn and Taxis family, who have a significant amount of power and influence. Not unlike the city of Regensburg, whose economy counts as one of the fastest growing and dynamic in Germany. They have significant manufacturing industries, such as car manufacturing, industrial supplies, and electrical engineering. There's also been quite a few well-known tech companies who've made Regensburg one of their homes, including the giant Amazon. I hope you've enjoyed this city tour and history of Regensburg, one of the more popular cities to visit in Germany. I definitely enjoyed it, especially in the smaller cobblestone streets in the historic part of town that we were in before. Especially enjoyed the rich and ancient history of the city. If you enjoyed this video, I have other city tour videos of other gems in Bavaria, including the city of Wurzburg. As well as a longer video entitled Journey Through Bavaria, wherein I bicycled through this state. And this was done in the winter, and because of the cost of accommodations in Germany, which are fairly high, I was doing a lot of sleeping in the forest. So it was a pretty adventurous time, and I definitely recommend you check that out. And you can join me bicycling through beautiful Bavaria without doing any of the pedaling. I was here as part of my larger journey bicycling through Central and Eastern Europe. Before that, I bicycled from Cape Town, South Africa to Nairobi, Kenya, and before that from Canada, where I'm from, to southern Patagonia in Argentina. And all those videos from those adventures are available on this same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. And if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I got to go and everything that I got to see and do, that is available over on my website, followthehumoftheearth.com, where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos that I've made of these places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures bicycling through Central and Eastern Europe, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button below the video and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. So that's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.